Welcome aboard. We're trying out the brand new software. I am at my local Kroger. I'm in the parking lot, and we're going to drop a pin, and we're going to drive over to Kroger. Actually, we're going to drive to Costco. So this is 14.3.5. This is the latest software. This is supposed to have better safety features. Let's get out of this for a second here. So we can go, if you want to look at your cameras and whatnot, you can go cameras, and you can go to service, and we can go to camera preview, and we can look at our camera preview. So there's cameras, and you can do this anytime you want. Notice there's their interior camera is showing up, which is kind of nice. So I can hide out myself. Anyways, we get out of that. Exit that. We're going to go to Costco. Go to Costco. Costco. All right, it's putting me now right in front of the very door. No, it went right back to the Costco warehouse tire center. This is the tire center. So this entire spot right here is for service vehicles getting tires. I'm going to drop a pin because this is where I normally park. Right there by the shade tree. I'm going to tag it. Now I want to edit my trip. So I'm going to go edit trip. I'm going to remove the Costco wholesale. Done. So now we're going to my dropped pin. So we're going to my dropped pin. So here's the next challenge. I'm in the parking lot at Kroger. Let's see how hard it is to get out of here safely. Are we going to go all over the place? So this is actually the fastest way out. We're going right to the main road, and since we do have to make a turn, it's going to put me on the farthest end of the parking lot, which is smart because there's a lot of traffic on this road, and we need to get all the way over to the far left lane to make a turn. And this is my first drive with the new software. So I have high expectations for a lot of the flaws to be fixed. And this is a Model X Plaid hardware 4, and I'm currently in the Hurry program. So I'm not in Mad Max, I'm in Hurry. Now, I've made this comment a couple of times on X or Twitter. I'll call it X. Road trips, man, I am happy as can be with FSD. Pretty much put the address in, and it's going to get me from point A to point B. The only thing that needs to be corrected, and this is what we're demonstrating today, is the endpoint. Where does it put you? We're going to go to a couple different stores, and we're going to try to go to an exact location, and we're going to see what happens. Yesterday when I was running around with my girlfriend, we were out shopping, and this was the old software, and I was putting in a pin where I wanted to go, and we were ending up on the other side of the parking lot. So let's see if we can do a little better. All right, here's Costco, and the place I always park is right up here underneath the trees. Let's see where it takes me. It looks like my parking spot is taken because I normally park right here where this white Honda is. So I can't park there. We just passed my parking pin. There's my pin, and it's taking me somewhere else. Where is it going? So here's my pin. There's the car. Where is it going? and we're parking in the center of 2 parking spots. Okay, this is a failed park. I am in the middle of 2 different lanes. There's my pin. There's where I want to park. All right, this is actually pretty good. We are, I mean, it could have gone around and parked 1 space over. My pin is literally right there. This is, generally speaking, I always park kind of out. I don't like to crowd in with other cars. I don't want door dings. All right, let's. That was actually pretty good. I'm impressed. Let's go. All right, this is brand new. These are V4s. Now, this is great for me. I mean, hey, Steak and Shake is, I like them. When I was doing my road trips to Omaha, your choices were kind of limited when you hit a supercharger. Sometimes it was an off-brand store or an Arby's. Yeah, Arby's is okay, but so there's PetSmart right there where the dot is. I did not put that dot. That's the location, but it looks like it's going to put us in the general area of PetSmart. Well, the blinker is still on. We haven't completed our park. There it goes now. It's going to back up. All right. Because we were not square. We're hugging the left line badly. But that's fine. All right, not too bad. All right, let's continue. We're going to go to the next stop. We're going to go back to Kroger, and I'm going to real quickly look and see where they have us parked. So they dropped a pin on general navigation when I said go to Kroger. It put me right here. I don't want to park there. I'm going to park out in the middle of nowhere because that's where I want to park. So I've actually done a summons to this location. So this is exactly maximum range if you're at the store. And I did a summons from there, and that's where we're going to go. and then we'll probably do a summons from there. So let's go ahead and edit the trip. Edit. We're going to take off the Kroger. Hit done. So now we're going to our parking spot that I had applied. Alright, so this is weird. This is what I was talking about. So this is where I want to go. And look how it's mapped where it wants to go. It put a parking spot all the way to the opposite side of Kroger. Let's go north up, north up. Front of Kroger. And I usually park over here someplace, generally. But I put my pin up here because I'm going to do a summons from that location. Let's see if we can park there. But notice the parking P is at the bank, at US Bank. So that's bad. Alright, so here we go. Parking challenge. There's my pin, and it's going to take us over here to US Bank. So my pin is the park right there, and we're missing it. So where is it taking me? Alright, this is, they still need to work on this. Alright, I'm at Kroger. It didn't take me to US Bank, but it did not take me to my pin. So you can see where I parked. My pin was, well, the pin disappeared. My pin was right up here where my finger is. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to do a summons. So. Alright, wasn't that cool? Let's get out of this area here and we'll park and reset things up. Hey, Grok, take me to AutoZone.
Which AutoZone? The closest is at 6011 South Cooper Street, 0.9 miles away. Or there's...
Alright, so I'm going to let it set. Let's see how the pin goes, and I'm going to redo the pin myself. So it's dropped me off in front of the store. That's fine. 99% of the time, that parking spaces are all going to be jacked up. They're all full. The people that work there park in the back. So let's see what happens. We'll go there. Let's see if we can navigate us out here properly. I was reading the notes, and the night vision is improved, and so is the sun, or I'm going to call it the glare vision, is improved. So you as a human, what we can view through a spectrum, light spectrum, the cameras can see more, and they'll be able to depict out an object, an animal, trash, whatever, before you can. So on low light conditions, the cameras are now 20% more active, I think, if that's what I read right. And same thing with glare. So if you're driving down a street into the sun and there's lots of glare, the cameras are still able to see. All right, this is not AutoZone. This is Papa John's Pizza. So this is a fail. This is the end to end. So FSD. Let's drive to AutoZone. We're going to manually drive there. So this is a little strip mall, and you got lots of businesses all crowded in here. But this is Papa John's Pizza. I wanted to go to AutoZone, which is over here. I'm not complaining. FSD is incredible. It's really worth the money. But it's the end location is still, that's an edge case scenario. It's very difficult to program it, and that is going to be the biggest hurdle they have to cross. I have absolutely no problems kicking back, relaxing in my car, and letting the car completely do the drive, telling me when I need to pull over to charge, and I just sit in the car for 3.5 hours, and we go to Oklahoma City. No big deal. Or go to Omaha, Nebraska. No big deal. But once I get to an exact location, a parking mall, a street address, those are questionable. And all right, here's a mapping issue. I put in YMCA because that's down the road, and then I can drive a little area. Okay, if a human driver would drive out of this location, this is a controlled traffic light right here, controlled intersection. That's a controlled intersection. So you would want to exit here, come up here, cross over, come down to a controlled intersection, and then you could drive down this road. This is not a controlled road. That's a stop sign. So you would have to cross 6 lanes of traffic. This is a mapping issue. This is one of those things they're not fixing yet. This is a big deal, and it happens a lot. It wants me to drive in a big circle to a stop sign, cross 6 lanes of traffic, get on a very busy street. This is a very busy street. We're not going to do that. We are going to manually drive, and then we'll redo it. So I'm going to drive out of here, and then you'll notice that it'll reset once we hit this controlled intersection. So I'm just not going to hit nothing. I'm just going to back up. That is a flaw in FSD. It is still not. That's the area that's really hard to do. We're in a private parking lot, and it wants me to go in a crazy circle to get out. So a human thinks about the smart things. How can I easily cross this busy street? Well, this is Sublet Road. This is a busy street, but it's not too bad. It's only 2 lanes wide, and then 2 lanes wide with the divider. Simple, easy to do. Cooper Street, which is that other street, is 7 lanes wide, 3, 3, and 1. And I would not want to cross that without a controlled light. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to manually turn, and once I do that, I'm going to re-engage FSD. And now it's going to reprogram. Watch the lines. Look at that. They just changed. So FSD just rerouted myself. this is what it should have done to start with. A controlled intersection. Oh, by the way, there's a flock camera. They've been in the news like crazy. They're popping up everywhere. Don't know what your thoughts are, but I think it's, yeah, I'm not going to make any comments. We're going to go to park. I like the way it shows that on the map. We're going to park. And their parking lot is weird. This is a really busy little restaurant, and I actually want to park over here. I'm going to put a pin. Okay, that's where I want to park. So let's edit this. We're going to edit this. We're going to edit trip. We're going to get rid of this. Hit done. Because I want to park in that one little parking spot. Let's turn it to north. This is a divided road, so it can't cross over. So this is the correct way in, but it should turn in. I guess that's right. All right, this is nowhere near my pin. This is the front of the place. That's the main entrance, which is great, but I don't want to park here. Oh, I got the hiccups. Oh my God. But it's not where I placed my pin. I placed my pin up here in the other parking lot. Because I don't want to be around a bunch of other people. I want to be out and away. And this place is packed. It's like it's a bar / restaurant. Everybody's watching soccer. We're done. All right, everybody, that was my first initial drive running around. We tried to stay on main roads. We made multiple stops. I dropped a pin at every location we went to. We only were able to achieve one parking spot relatively close to the pin. Other than that, the driving from point A to B was awesome, but parking is still needs a little work. Leave a comment, like and subscribe. I'll do another one of these a little later. Y'all have a great time. Thanks.